Every time I'm coming up, on seminars, I say thank you, but today I'm saying so sorry. I'm really feeling bad because I'm taking up time. I'll not take time for more than 2 minutes, definitely, because it's a joint presentation, and my friend Durjoy wanted me to really identify a very few key areas which I think I need to address before I leave. Now, and that is basically about the amendments that I was recommending for the laws that's there in existence. Now, the entire lecture was supposed to be for 5-7 minutes, but I've decided to reduce it to a couple of minutes. But anyhow, I'll just run down through the contents that I'm planning to do. It's about environmental degradation and the consequences, which are catastrophic, and the rate of degradation and what the law is doing right now, followed by the state policy and what the international scenario is talking about. It's also about the judicial and sustainable development strategies and the amendment that I'm planning to propose today, and especially the legal educational part and how legal education and the students of law can make a difference in this regard. Now, Now, environmental degradation. I just want to have a look. Everyone have a look at this little picture, which talks about what we are doing, and the consequences in one shot is that, we are basically in one hand saying that we are protecting animals and everybody, but this is what the reality is. We are killing like people. Now, the rate of degradation, as we can all understand, is because of certain reasons. Number one, unsustainable development that we're having right now. Number two, lack of implementation process. Number three, definitely lack of awareness of law, followed by lack of systematic application of the legal standards today. Now, the only thing I think, the only area of the government that's working today is the judiciary on this particular thing, because on every dimension of the problem, we have seen that it's the judiciary which is coming up and protecting us from various problems. Now, Supreme Court, not only of India, but of all countries across the world, especially that of Indian Supreme Court, followed by various high courts. And we can see that there are standing case laws, especially in the purview of M.C. Mehta set of cases. There are many other Indian high court cases as well, especially Justice Shambhu Prasad's case of noise pollution that was reiterated this morning many a times. Now, amendments that I was talking about, I had a detailed structure about what are the legislative changes that I was supposed to propagate, executive alterations and functionings that's needed today, the changes in educational system also, which has incorporated a lot of incorporation of environmental protection standards being compulsory. But I decided to sum up my project on legal education, because I have been in this particular field of study for more than 10 years now. Now, number one, especially from the legal perspective, I think every law school, every law university do have an environmental law course. And I am proposing today from this podium, not only me but my co-researcher on this particular chapter as well, is to go for a more doctrinal as well as a balanced non-doctrinal approach towards this particular subject. It's not only about studying a few laws and coming about it. It's also about going out and have a look and try to understand to what extent the violations are going on, and then come up with a report. To formulate a club so that it's not only the students will be working, but also the teachers who are teaching in that particular field can work together and make this a particular, sequence for the next, session. Now, it should not be only concise to one semester. This is something which I have to propose, and that's why I thought of introducing this concept of a club pattern. It has to be more than one semester. If there are 3 credit course or 4 credit course, it should not be there in one semester. Let that be divided into 3 or 4 semesters if possible. And law schools must understand that it's important that we move into an interdisciplinary way. There are many universities that are coming up that there is a law department. So why not they are coming together and formulating and collaborating with students who are from geography, who are from geology, and try to make a difference, because it's them who are working on the grassroots level, the researchers, who think that there are problems in the laws, who can talk to us, the lawyers and the people who are dealing with these law research in education, especially environmental education, and they can propose together to the executive. There's so many bureaucrats today. I was just worried, like, why we have not made a prior proclamation and put it forward to them so that they can think on it, at least for a couple of minutes. Now, this is something which I really worked on because I did my PhD on indigenous and tribal people all across the world. Now, I have seen that they have a much more sustainable way of doing things. Justice Sengupta has also highlighted about his experience amongst the Jarwas, who had a more sustainable thought about these disasters. Now, I think, I have taken more than 2 minutes. I'm sorry for that again. Thank you very much once again for providing me this podium. Thank you very much.